welcome to Real Spit Talk.
Welcome back to another episode of the Real Spit Talk. It's your girl, Lady.
This Reall Ass Re-re, your favorite local lingerie consultant.
JB Shotgun, you know who it is.
Antoine McNeil.
Twine, cool.
AKA Black Man.
All that shit is real.
Okay, so today we're going to be on actually a lot of serious conversations and topics. One of the things that we want to talk about right now is how, with all of the news going around about Shanquella and just how everybody isn't your friend. We're not going to dive super deep into that conversation and what happened, etc. But the highlights of it is that she went on a trip with people that she thought was her friends and she did not make it back. So let's talk about it. Everyone is not your friend. It's been happened before with Keke Jenkins and so many other people, and it's something that's really sad, but we need to be aware of and make sure that we kind of protect ourselves. So let's talk about it. What are everyone's feelings on it?
I feel like it be signs there already. Before you go on the trips with them, before you entrust them with the super secret or stuff like that, I feel like the signs are always there. You know those friends are not your friends, the ones that crack those jokes that are really low-key hater jokes, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody who's always like, you're little this or you're little that, you know what I'm saying? Like, the signs be there that these people are not your friends. And people with big hearts, we tend to ignore them. Because, you know, we're people pleasers. We want everybody to be happy and things like that. But you should never ignore those. I've been in plenty situations with people that I loved or called my best friend, my sister, and I've been betrayed because I'm just like, no, they wouldn't do that to me. Like, I love them. I would do anything for them. It's not about you. It's about them and what they're feeling the absence of or what they see in you that's not in them. And so you just have to be aware of that. You know, you have to pay attention to stuff like that and take it serious. It is serious.
Why do you think people close to you, or, you know, like family, you know, stab you in your back? Like, why is it that it's always someone close to you that do it? Like,
Because somebody who's not close to you don't have it. They're not stabbing you in the back. They just stabbing you. A motherfucker stab you in the back is somebody who hug you and then do that shit. And I can't come up with a reason why they do it.
is it because of your success? Is it because of, you know?
I think that's a them thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we really, right now, we trying to justify why they doing fuck shit.
But it could be because of their success, or
That's still them doing fuck shit.
It's still them. And just like I just said, it is a them thing. It's something that it don't even have to be necessarily about what you have materialistically or anything like that. It could literally, because I'm broke. I'm broke as hell.
It could be your boyfriend, it could be the way you look, it could be the way you dress.
It could be the way that you carry yourself.
Yeah, right.
It could be the light that God put off in you. You know, not to get on no necessarily spiritual stuff, but it's a light that's in me.
True.
I've been through a lot of shit in my life, and I maintain. I'm resilient, and a lot of people hate me for that because shit that would have broke them didn't break me.
Right.
I literally get into altercations or arguments with family members because I'm not broken. It's like, you walking around like you all that and woo. No, I'm not. I'm walking around like tomorrow's another day.
Right.
And I got another
Don't
chance
stress.
to do it. And they hate that in
Don't
me.
stress.
They hate to see that in me.
I think that it's definitely a them thing, but it is a you thing. It's a them thing. It's a you thing because
The way you
whatever,
carry yourself.
it's whatever. It could be your boyfriend. It could be your looks. It could be your job.
Yeah,
you
the
could
way
be
you carry
struggling, but because you carry yourself well and you don't maybe whine or whatever the much as they do, like people feel that jealousy, that envy, that I wish, I want, and they see that you have it and they're mad just because of that. But like, you could be a giving person to them, you could care about them, you could always show them love, but it's always that part of, I want this, you know. And sometimes people, like that saying of people love to see you doing well until you're doing better than them, is a real thing. Like people, for whatever reason, don't like to see someone that's close to them, even though you can give them all the support that you would want for yourself. You can give them all of that, but because it's not them, they don't have to necessarily have the same feelings, and it's just sad because when you're so close to somebody and you feel that love for them, it blinds you to little things. But there are signs. But, you know, just like in any relationship, predominantly with someone that is your partner and you're with physically, we ignore little things because of the bigger picture, because we love them.
Like you really we not really look at it because it's somebody so close to you. You know, so you're really not going to pay attention to that too much, you know.
To quote a line from the nigga Bible, Nigalations, everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner, right?
Period.
With that shit being said, a lot of times to me, I've been realizing, like when that I'm gonna use the word fuck shit, like when people do something that logically doesn't make sense to the masses, right? When that shit happens, it's because we or that person represents a reflection to that other person. Like, if I'm cool, you cool, and you start doing fuck shit because of something I said or done, it's because something I say is it represents shadow work, something you need to do, something you need to work on, some area that I've got to or such in my life. And it may not be jealousy, it may not, like you said, it may be that inner light that you got, right? And like you said, it might be the people closest to you because they seeing you, whether it be come up or whatever. It might be two broke motherfuckers and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like competition is a good thing. So competition with your friend or whatever is a good thing at a certain point.
level.
Yeah, but some people take it too far.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yes.
So when people in competition, it's good to see you thrive and he thrive. That's the good thing about it. But when you just thriving with that competition and they still dragging behind, that's where the problem come in at.
The problem is when you're doing that and you know it's the friendly competition, are you trying to help that person, or do you like to see them
fucked up? Yes.
You know? And that goes back to I want you to do good as long as you're not doing better than I'm doing.
I can say this, I've never had because you know when we say people, I always have to be mindful of which people we're talking about. We're talking about haters, in my opinion. You say, I want you to do good, not better than me. I would love and like for all of my friends, anybody do better than me. Because now I have more options to, they will say, how y'all doing? How did you do yours? What's the blah, blah, blah? I don't want to be around a bunch of motherfuckers to where I'm doing better. Now I need to I'm buying the drinks. I'm buying the food.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it because I just was talking to my best friend in Texas about this. You know, she has her dreams, I have mine. We build each other up. I encourage her, she encouraged me. I love her to death. And I told her, I said, we were having a conversation, you know, about our previous friends and just how we got into it with them about things like that. And they were looking at her like, well, you got this, yo nigga doing this for you and that for you. And she was helping them out. But the minute that they had the opportunity to do some fuck shit to her, they did it. You know what I'm saying? And she was just like, why did they do it? And I'm like, I don't know, because she really was helping them. Because in her mind and in my mind, we look at it like, we don't want no bum-ass friends. We want friends that's on the same level, so they ain't begging. So, you know, if I'm on the yacht cracking lobster, drinking champagne, I want you there with me.
On the real.
I want to hit my friends up and be like, bitch, meet me on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then be able to do it, not have financial issues. And I want to see you right where I am.
On the real.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you nailed it with that because that's real friends, real people.
It's
But
not. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, that goes back to what you said about the signs and the fact that they would say, well, you know, your man and this, that's a sign. That is a sign that we ignore because, you know, it's okay, whatever. But when they're saying that with some intention and some meaning behind it, and those are the things. Those are the red flags that we
gotta watch for.
You have to watch for. It doesn't mean that person is bad, but it means that you need to not be blind to the fact that person could potentially
hurt you. Because that's what I'm in my mind. I'm like, when do it get to a point where you now want to kill me though? Like doubling back to the whole Kanika and Shanquella thing.
I really don't think they meant well.
I don't think
the second one. I don't think they meant to do it. They wanted to beat her up.
Yes.
But to actually hurt
kill her, no.
And, you know,
she wasn't dead when they left.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? When you look up those type of injuries, it does take a minute for them to kick in and kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think she did what she did, and nobody was thinking like, oh, this girl finna die. But when the best friend said that he got there and she was vomiting, she was dying then. Because that's part of it. That's part of the injury that she sustained. You throw up. You know what I'm saying? You're unresponsive. Like your neck is broke. You know, your spine your spine is trying to communicate with the brain, and it ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying?
So I was doing like watching a lot of videos, etc. So I don't know how true this is because I didn't do my research personally, just what I've seen. But the rumor is that, like, you know, a doctor came there. He wanted to take her to the hospital. All of the friends insisted that no, treat her on site. For whatever reason, the doctor decided to. The whole theory behind that person's video was the fact that Shaquilla had, like, I don't know what, a couple of grand or 10K.
Yeah, they took $5,000 from her.
I heard a couple things, but that possibly they paid off the doctor or whatever, because how do you as a medical professional decide that we're going to listen to these people who are just visiting here, leave this girl here, etc.
Like
so forth. Yeah, but you had something to say?
No, I was just going to say, for me, I don't have competition with other people. Like, it's really competition within myself. And it's interesting because, like, for me to be a comedian, I'm in one of the most, what you consider competitive fields. Like, you know, rappers got a lot of bravado. I'm a better rapper than you, I'm a better rapper than you, but that's subjective and all of the shit. So then when it comes to comedy, if I'm on a show with somebody, my joke, man, I'm gonna be better than you, I'm gonna kill you. Like, that doesn't, to me, that seems, but the average person, comedian, I can kill
a
this
lot
shit.
of times you wouldn't get that in comedy.
But
you do though.
No, listen. In comedy, it's really like, because there's levels to this shit. Like you got a host, or you got an opening act, you get a guest spot, you get a feature spot, you get a headliner and shit like that. Somebody who might be having many years in the game, and then you come in this bitch banging and some shit like that. Now they gotta feel the reason. Let me do better than them. Because you don't want to have that, like, damn, they was killing and I didn't. So what I'm saying, in the competitive field, I come through like, I want us all to do well. If I'm saying a prayer, I have my daughter say a prayer before the show, make sure everybody do good, have a great time, because I'm in competition with myself. It ain't a motherfucking soul on this earth I need to compete with, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, but that's why I said again, the mentality. I know what you mean, friendly competition. I'm gonna kill this shit. I'm killing. Let's both kill it. Like, I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna do better than you, because my spirit don't even operate that way.
Friendly competition is like, you know, what guys used to do back in the day. In high school, let's see who can get the most numbers.
Right.
That's a friendly competition. You know, like, I'm going to do better than you, but to have that,
I'm going to kill you because you're doing better than me.
Or not even, because sometimes it's kill, but sometimes it's, I'm going to sabotage, I'm going to manipulate, I'm going to do these things that are harmful or hurtful to you simply because I can, and it'll be less likely that you'll notice, you know, and whatever the case is. It's sad, but
I had old friends, I'm gonna use that air quote, right? Old friends or associates who make sure they go around and tell people any negative thing that they can about me. And my thing is, I don't got nothing bad to say about them, but B, how in the fuck was you just, I was your homeboy, I was your partner, I was then your brother. I was your brother type shit, but then now you hating and talking bad. People who don't even know that they know me come back to Antoine, they said, I'm like, I'm not surprised. I don't even care. Right. So, like, and you know, part of my terminology, gonna keep it real, and you can use the same thing for exes and shit like that, right? How in the hell was you praising me, saying that you prayed for me and yada, 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 you know, on your knees, praying, you showing me love, and then next time now you hating me and I'm the devil.
And your dick is little.
But you sure had this dick, little dick, for however long you had it.
Wait a minute, you was eating that little dick up, girl.
That's exactly what I said. Eat it all up. Eat it all up.
I'm with you on that. I don't care for that. I've been through some hell with my exes and things like that, but I give them props for the things that they did do right. You know, everything is not going to be great because we ain't fucking together today. But you know, if somebody asks me about them, I'm like, listen, such and such was on her shit, and she did her shit, and that's why I fucked with it. You know what I'm saying? I'll never try to take away who she is as a person. You know what I'm saying? Or who he is as a person. I would never try to take away from her. Or try to persuade other people into not liking them because we had an issue. I hate that shit.
That's the thing now, the get along game.
Yeah. I hate her too.
So many people get along because they're disliked for me. And I'm thankful to get people together. I like getting motherfuckers together. But, you know what I mean? My question, I don't want to detour this because you was talking about the young lady who went out there with her friends. We all have people who did that sucker shit to us. My question is, were they ever friends?
I don't think so.
The guy had been her
The best
long
friend,
time
yeah.
best friend.
Yes.
You know,
The one who was recording?
No, he wasn't there yet.
No, right. That's
Yeah,
what
he wasn't. The best friend
was
wasn't.
the one saying you're
No.
not gonna fight back.
No, the best friend was
He
the
was
one
not
who
there
hadn't got there yet. He
Okay.
got there a day later.
Okay.
It was his birthday. It was
Okay.
actually his birthday. So the people that she was there with, they was like, they had been cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think. Just the vibe on how when she was walking around the house, I don't know if y'all seen the video. And she was like, "Where y'all at?" You know what I'm saying? It don't take that long to get naked. I guess they was gonna go skinny dipping or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like the vibe, you can tell once she got in the room, they got quiet. You could tell they was talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Looking
the
at
vibe
it
was
crazy.
messy. It was real messy, and so I
And
was
when
just
people
like,
like that, were they ever your friends? Because that's something that I'm like I said, everything is a reflection right now. So if somebody, you know, to me, if somebody cool with you for, let's say, for 10 years, 7 years or some shit, whatever, and then they do that fuck
Some
shit,
random
that dumb,
shit.
now I gotta wonder, like, because we've said the signs were always there.
yeah, they always there.
And then if it is your friend, or if it was, or if it's your friend ain't gonna want to say nothing bad, negative about
Yeah.
you. They be like, I don't rock with dude no
Even
more.
still
like
to
that.
this day,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You won't be like, yeah, that bitch ass nigga. Because was you really my friend, or was you just going for that opportunity for that season? You know what I mean?
And real ass people, honestly, when you come to them with shit like that, they be like, don't ask me about nobody you don't see me with. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really how I be like, you ain't seen me with her in 5 years. You don't come to me. That's some messy shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of motherfucker that shoot the messenger. Like, don't come to me with no weird ass shit. Don't, because you know what too? With the messengers, they was sitting, but they was sitting right there when the motherfucker said you was a bald head, nappy neck.
I'm like, what you say?
What you say?
And what you say?
Right.
Don't tell me what they said unless you're gonna tell me what you said, because I'm gonna go back and say
For
what you said.
real, yes.
Okay, but I guess just all in all, you know, be aware of those red flags. Pay attention. Don't put things past people. It's not to accuse, but be open with the evidence that's there, and just be careful. Watch out for yourselves.
Stay dangerous.
And so make sure that everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner.
If you circle like this, make it like that.
Because when you do that, you know exactly who said what.
Period. Yeah. Alrighty. Next topic of conversation. Here's the controversy of Balenciaga.
I just cringe every time somebody say that name. Now I just be like, oh.
So if y'all don't know the tea, long story short, Balenciaga is under some heat right now because they have started this whole new campaign thing with doing ads for bondage bears, and they decide instead of using adults to use infants, toddlers, 2, 3, 4-year-old children with these bondage bears, trying to sell propaganda in their cause of child pornography and the whole trafficking thing. Let's talk about it.
They snapped. They lost their motherfucking tops on this shit. Because, but you know what? I blame them because, of course, they're this huge they know better. They have people who they pay to make these decisions to say, does this look good? Does this look, should we do this? Should we do? They know better. They've never done nothing like this before. They know better, but I do feel like because where we are in society now, and we're so desensitized now, that they felt like, yeah, we could get away with this. And yeah, let's just go ahead and throw that shit out. Just like with Montclair with the whole blackface thing. When they did that. It was like, wait a minute, you motherfuckers. We've been shopping with y'all for a minute and you do this? The noose around the neck. Like, they know with time, as time goes on, they know that we're becoming like whatever to this shit. You know what I'm saying? The LGB, listen, they don't include us. The B shouldn't even be in there. Because they don't fuck with us for real. They don't fuck with us bisexuals.
They got a B for
bisexual. But they don't fuck with us for real. I done been kicked all type of groups. Anyways.
That was you, right? And some bisexuals like, yes they do.
That's a whole nother subject. But the LGBTQ community has actually, it's debates about adding pedophilia to that. Like, and it's like literally discussions going on. Like, we are in a space and time in society right now where motherfuckers losing their minds.
Yeah.
And so with that, when things like that going on and there's actual people and therapists trying to explain why pedophilia is normal, Balenciaga like, yeah, this is the time right now.
Right.
You know?
I'm gonna say I haven't really seen or read much. I saw it and I flipped through it and my mind was just like, oh, like this ad has to be like a fake clickbait ad. Somebody tripping because ain't no way that this little boy got a bondage bear, right? With this little girl. And for me, like I said, I'm big into accountability. Though, who is the parent that authorized this little kid to do that shit? That's the one who the man who made the bear with the strap and that could be for little freak ass grown people, right? But when you let your kid do that, hold that parent accountable.
Yes.
Who is this parent? Who are the other parents that did it? And that way you can get down to the bottom of it.
Yes.
That's what I look at.
And they'll be apologizing soon.
They already did.
Oh,
They
they
apologized.
The whole point for me is the apology is bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yes.
It's an apology because they're under heat, because the reaction wasn't what they thought that it would be. But clearly they
where
wanted,
we are,
and it's just crazy. Okay, so a couple of things. It's crazy because one, every single piece of that was intentional and planned ahead. The photographer knew how they literally will fix the papers just to make it look exactly the way they wanted it to. And in one of those documents that they had in one of the pictures was something about a child pornography case. So like every specific little detail down to those documents, down to those properly placed whips and everything else was intentional for what they wanted, their agenda, which was to push this on. And then back to what you said about we're desensitized. We are to certain things, but at the same time, this is also the most sensitive people are being because everyone's being canceled. You can't say shit, you can't do shit because you'll be canceled. But at the same time, it's okay for us to
film somebody's death. That's just
all the time.
All the time. I refuse. I don't even watch fights on social media. I scroll past them because why?
The thing for me was when the young boy in New York got stabbed in the neck, the 15-year-old. Y'all don't remember that?
The Mexican boy.
The gang, the gang snatched him out of the bodega. They filming this though. Nobody's helping him.
Oh man, it was more than one night.
Yes, it was crazy. That's when I realized how desensitized we was.
Yeah.
And then you take the video and you continually share it.
The crazy part is like he ran to the hospital and passed out in front of the hospital. He just sitting there bleeding out, and they sitting there recording him. Instead of running him into the hospital, he's right there just bleeding out.
Yes,
badly.
That's when I knew we, as a people, as the human race, was fucked. We're fucked.
Suck.
Yeah.
That to me still goes to show like the power of social media and the power of I'm gonna call it negativity. Because if let's say for instance Balenciaga would have put out some dope apparel, some shit like that, right? Instead of saying, hey, here's our new campaign, we're going to put certain... They've been doing that for millions of years. Negative shit will get you more publicity than anything else.
That's
I know that
like
shit.
that from, back in the day with the wars and stuff, Like,
that's what's going on. Because if Balenciaga can say, we're going to put this shit out, and even if they're going to apologize later, like you said, it's bullshit, right? But you're going to get the conversation, not people looking, researching, you got to, that shit crazy.
It is crazy, and it's a gamble too, because they are losing business. They are losing business, but it's not what I would think that it would be, because a lot of these celebrities have children and shit like that. You would think that a lot of them would speak up, but they not. They being quiet as fuck. And on one of the campaign pictures of the adult ones, they had who was it? Michael Norman. He's the artist that shoots children with blood all over them and all that weird ass shit.
I can see the celebrities not picking up. Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
But just looking like at the Kanye situation, and like when you speak up, that's what happened. This man was a $7 million So they say 7 billionaire. I mean,
that's a whole nother subject.
You know, I just think the point you said you're speaking up. Well,
so when you speak up, they don't want to lose everything. Like you said, they got kids and all that.
But he's been speaking up from day one. Y'all don't remember him being on that fucking hurricane thing when it happened in New Orleans, and he was like, does not care about black people. He been doing this shit. Like that's what irritates me with that whole situation. They act like this nigga knew to, you know what I'm saying crazy shit. The nigga was on national TV standing in front with Chris Tucker, and Chris Tucker looked over at that nigga like, you just snapped.
Because this ain't shit that the masses normally say. So
yeah, I guess they don't to not switch it.
No, I was going back to what he was saying. It's not about, I don't think it's necessarily about that, because the industry has their picks and chooses. It's people in the industry that fuck up, do gross shit, do nasty shit, you know what I'm saying? And they fuck with them the long way because they're sponsors of certain things in the industry and things like that. Like Harvey Weinstein. You know, that whole situation. He has not been charged.
But
he got a lot of money in the industry. They not gonna fuck with him.
For me, it's not just the money. It definitely has something to do with skin. It's the skin color also. It definitely is. When you I say that because
I hear what she's saying.
I say that because when it comes to like Harvey Weinstein has been getting, he's one of the people who's always been talked about as being, you know, someone in Hollywood who
do weird shit
and sexually harass and you gotta basically give shit to get shit and whatever the case may be. And when something happens like that to a black person, let's say Bill Cosby, you know, so many other white people were in positions and doing that and have been known already. But when it comes to him, or when it came to R. Kelly, it's because they're black. It's publicized, and then it's drawn out on them. How long did it take for Harvey, or not Harvey, Jeff Epstein, or anybody else, or that one little?
What's the old guy? The old guy that had all the
Hugh Hefner.
Like they did nothing to him.
There's so many people, so many places, and for me, literally, just in America. And I'm not saying that him being white was the only thing, but I'm saying that is a major part in reality in America. Period. Of when people go to jail, how the news describes you, everything.
What was you said? Epstein?
Yeah.
What was the other name? You said Harvey Weinstein? You said the Steins, right?
You ain't lying though.
But Kanye can say anything about anybody. But as soon as you say this about this, then you start dealing with platforms.
That's the power.
So it wasn't the top. Like
you
gotta hear. Like they went through a lot, like, you know, Africans did basically back in the past.
Jewish?
But yeah. I didn't want to say it.
Don't say that shit. I did Candyman or some shit.
That's what I'm saying.
You say Jewish 3 times. You say Jewish 3 times. The episode gonna be canceled.
RealSPITTalk, right?
Yeah, episode
they got a lot.
Just to be clear, we're not saying anything negative about any.
No, you have to watch what you're saying, just because of the power that they have.
Yeah.
Just because of the place that they have, and like and in the world, like, you know, they have so much
in charge.
No, I mean they. But see, that goes with you know, the thing of sticking together, culture sticking together. Like black people don't stick together like other cultures. So you can't really get mad at someone being at the top, ruling if they stick together.
Yes,
Asian people do.
I agree.
Everybody.
I was smiling so hard when she was saying what she was saying, because I do agree with her to a certain extent, because there a certain lady, a certain black lady that, you know, I mentioned that I really don't fuck with. I ain't gonna say her name because, you know, but there's a certain I used to fuck with her when she was Chicago. When she was Chicago and she had her show in Chicago, she was doing her shit. She was really being real with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You could tell the difference between then and now. Now she's powerful as fuck. Yeah. She's building schools over in Africa. She's doing it, but she's also sitting at those tables with Harvey Weinstein, smiling, kikiing with him at the table. But then when the shit happened with Bill Cosby, when the shit happened with R. Kelly, she had so much to say. She had so much to say. She was yakety yak, and Gail was yakety yak, and putting those black men on the stand and asking them those questions. Where was that same energy with Harvey Weinstein and them?
But isn't that the same thing that they're saying about?
I'm just saying. I ain't saying. I ain't saying her name. I'm just saying.
The same thing they were saying about like LeBron, Charles Barkley, and all the other shit that they got so much to say about Kyrie, right?
Right.
Because for whatever position that he took, but you gonna talk shit about this man, this brother, but you don't got that same energy about what's Brett Favre and all that shit.
I don't fuck with Charles Barkley because
every reason
he a weird ass. He's a weird ass Negro.
Yeah.
You know, and he lets them come around just like with Chris Rock. He lets them come around and he lets them say nigga with the hard ER. You know, he lets them do stuff like that.
With the A,
you know what I'm saying? Like any black person that's doing weird shit like that, I look at them sideways. Like, what the fuck is you doing? I don't care about the benefits that you receive from it.
That's exactly why he's doing it.
Yeah, it's the benefits.
Just to keep growing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so fucked up though, but I mean, it's the power.
Without calling
and I just told my sister last night, I said, you know, we're gonna be in a place very soon where it's not about racism, it's gonna be about classism. Classism is going to be the new racism. Yeah.
I would rather be classism over racism.
But you know what? You gotta be in a position to actually be able to look down on some motherfucking body. If you the person they looking down on, that's the same shit to me.
But for me, if you're gonna judge me based off of what I have and not how I look, at least I got a better chance. Because you can pretend to look some way to get more versus if you look like this and they judge you. Yes, you can. You can buy a nice outfit and look nice like you got something.
But looking nice ain't gonna get you shit for real when they start looking at credentials. When they start looking at credentials or they start looking at your bank account, because remember, we're in that age where credit is everything. This and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can look however you want to look, but if your ass going home to an apartment that you paying whatever amount of money and your car ain't on shit and your credit ain't on shit, you still gonna get treated like how we get treated now. If we come into a place where that's it and now it's about classism, you not getting shit. You still gonna get your ass beat.
You got a chance to make it out of that though.
I'm just saying.
So
speaking of ass beating, black folks, they beat our asses.
On to the next thing to wrap up our conversation. Let's talk about our celebrity gossip. So the celebrity gossip, two things. One is congratulations are in order
Keke, she's from my hometown. Yes. Robin, Illinois.
Okay.
Yep. She is pregnant and expecting her very first child. So congrats, girl. Parenthood is amazing.
Yes.
It's draining, but
who the baby daddy?
You know what? I want to add something to this.
I get his name on. I had it, but I don't remember it.
My daughter,
I looked it up.
I thought she was with the white guy.
No,
but my daughter said,
man.
no, it's a black man. Mommy, I'm like, when did she swap out?
They only got it for a year and a half, is what I read.
I feel like she should have had a kid with me though. It's normal. Something about that young lady. She has a light. Her aura, her energy. She's like that. She's been here before.
Yeah.
And I'm like authentic motherfucker.
Yes.
So for me, like once I just like, cause you know you got the movies and the other shit, and then now social media allows you to see people on Instagram, Facebook, and just seeing the natural and like it don't be the complexion, cause you know she has the acne issues.
Yes.
I like that about her hair, but I just mean being your original fucking self, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I like this shit out that young lady. So when I just saw she. On Saturday Night Live, she pregnant. I'm like, somebody took my dream.
Yeah.
Not that I could have kids that had a vasectomy, but we could have practiced. We could have practiced a lot. I like, this would be like if we were gonna
Y'all
have
could have
it.
adopted a child.
Right. Let's go.
She could have went to the bank and you could have pretended to be the
I would have held it down. I would have held it baby down like a motherfucker.
You know, it's so crazy because she made this announcement, and I've seen so many people, you know, congratulating her and stuff like that. But then I see these weird group of people like, it's fake. Look at her belly. It's a fake belly. And I'm just like,
who fakes their belly?
I hate social media.
Yeah, social media
it's a sick place. It's such a sick place because you can't even, you know, bask in your glory. You cannot.
I mean, social media, you gotta hate it and love it though. Gotta hate
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Because you
helps a lot.
you're gonna thrive with the social media.
It helps and hurts a lot. First off, thanks to social media, so many young black people have been able to become famous overnight. Well, not instantly, but essentially.
It's a hater.
And because of social media, click like, share, and subscribe.
And our second piece of celebrity news, which is a personal favorite for me, is that if y'all into Marvel and you into Aquaman and you went through that whole crazy case of Johnny and Amber Heard,
my boy won.
So it has been officially announced that Amber Heard
is out
of Aquaman 2, and she will officially be replaced by Emilia Clarke. If you don't know who Emilia Clarke is, she as Khaleesi. So Khaleesi and her Khal Drogo are finally going to be back together, and I know every single Game of Thrones fans all over the world is going to flood Aquaman 2 simply because they get to see Khaleesi and her Khal. Yes.
She was sick for a little bit. That's why she was out. She was she wasn't considered for the House of Dragons.
Okay.
Or like any
cameos.
cameos.
Like 3
but any cameos or anything like that.
Okay.
Like flashing into the future and all that. Well, I'm not gonna get into that, but
I
hope y'all been watching. But
I haven't watched it yet. Don't tell me.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna tell you. But yeah, she was sick. So this is dope that she's gonna get to do this because I thought she was gonna be out the game. She wasn't gonna be acting anymore.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I love her.
She did a movie where she played sick. It was like something this Christmas or something like that, and that movie was so good. I'm gonna plug that movie on the next one when I find out. But it was a Christmas movie. She was sick, and then I ain't gonna tell you the movie.
Yeah, don't tell me.
It was so good, but I'm gonna plug it.
Yeah.
So speaking of plugs, let's plug some stuff that we got going on. At least a few of us up here got some shit going on. So let's talk about it. Plug it.
So, your favorite local lingerie consultant is about to drop the first of the year. I'm working on a very special project for Sucre, which you can connect with on Facebook at Sucre on everything. On IG, it is Lingerie Guru Sucre, lingerie_ Sucre Guru on Instagram. And my website, www.sucrelingerie.com. You can also hit me up on there.
Can I just do some real nigga shit real quick? How the fuck you spell Sucre?
It's spelled Sucre. It's sugar in French.
Okay.
But
no, I'm just saying. Niggas say like Sucre. I'm like Sucre.
Come get a little sugar and
French. So stay tuned because I will be dropping the first of the year, all new merch, and y'all can get all y'all lingerie, loungewear also. It's not just shit up that's thongs going up your ass. It's comfortable stuff you can walk around the house, around the kids in and everything like that as well. Yes.
She said she got loungewear.
My mind.
It's pants, it's shorts, it's all of that.
What is all your lingerie needs?
Yes, all of it.
Our Reall Ass Re-re.
I'm also looking for 3 models. I need a voluptuous woman that's got really nice curves. I need a petite young lady as well. And I need the slim thick. She looking at me, and I know what that means, but I'm just plugging the business right now. I need options.
That's why I'm gonna tell her no. That's why I'm gonna tell her no anyway, because she ain't coming.
That's why I ain't even gonna ask. That's why I ain't
she
gonna
was
ask.
supposed to, but that's why I'm saying no, because she did.
You ain't send me no snapshots or nothing about you. I need to see
y'all are not finna do this during the plug. Come on,
but yes. So you can also hit me up on Trey Sucre, that's TRESSUCRE04@gmail.com. You can send me headshots, body shots, all of that good stuff straight to my email so that I can have some options.
Or send it to me and then I'll send it to her. I want to make sure she ain't getting no bullshit. I'm gonna weed it out.
So we're doing body shots?
Yeah.
Worst worst case scenario.
I'm all about some
Not your ass.
Listen, worst case scenario, if y'all don't want to go back and listen, just send it to the Real Spit Talk and I will forward it off to her, make sure she gets it. Point is, if y'all want to be in this sucre lingerie, get a little fresh sugar, you know, hit up your girl Reall Ass Re-re.
Yes,
Okay, Twan, what you plugging?
I got a comedy show December 17th at the Brink Lounge. Doors open at 9. Show starts at 9:30. CP time, we 9:45 because this is always late. It's our last show of the year. We always make sure we go out with a bang. We got I'm calling this standing ovation. Chastity Washington, she always comes to standing ovation, amazing. Probably one of the best comedians I would say in the Midwest. Any comedian in the Midwest would give her props. We got comedian The Jester coming up from Milwaukee, one Miller Highlight, blah, 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 like funny as hell. Always is a great time here. So he's also a headliner as well. But then we also have Vicky Lynn coming from Beloit, another headliner. We got myself. So it's going to be a dope ass show. That's December 17th. And December 22nd and 23rd, I'll be at the Comedy Club on State. Midwest Best. I ain't no telling when this shit gonna come out. We be taking a minute to edit. So I'm gonna just tell y'all, I'm trying to get this shit out. Hold on.
Don't do
this shit gonna come out in goddamn February.
It's not. Don't do us.
I'm fucking with you, but I'm serious. At any rate, no, but it goes back to because I haven't been at the Comedy Club on State in almost 2 years because 2020 was like the pandemic. 2021 happened and you had to have the vaccine and shit like that. So I chose, that was my choice not to do that on some Kyrie shit. And because I chose that, I could not get up on the stage in quite some time. We had a long discussion about eliminating that vaccine thing. And I've been at the Comedy Club for the last couple of weeks, and now I'm gonna be on Midwest Best. And this will be my first time in 8 years I'll be on the little poster outside of the Comedy Club.
Congrats, black man.
Black man doing the black man shit. Yeah. Did I get the vaccine? I'm like, no. And I stood strong, but at the same point in time, like, I love the Comedy Club on State. When you come in that motherfucker, but you need people like me and us to. Right. If I'm putting it down on a whole other side of town, it only makes sense for me to be with some of the greats. So when those big names come, I can be on the stage with them. So that's December 22nd and 23rd.
That's Comedy on State.
Comedy on State.
Comedy on State. I actually got a free ticket to one of their
shows. That's Comedy and Poetry Jam. You can follow that on social media, Comedy Ampersand, Comedy and Poetry Jam. So follow that, follow us. Make sure you follow the page and shit. Hit like, follow the page. That's how businesses grow. Don't hit us in our individual inbox about what the fuck you like and don't. Put it on the page.
Yes. Please. And so from your lady brows, I am running a special on my brow sessions with $150 off for the whole month of December. You can hit me up on ladyunlimited@gmail.com, or you can go directly to the page on Facebook, which is Lady Brows. That's LADIBROWS. Or you can hit me up on Instagram at LADIE _88. And on that note, we're going to call this Real Ass episode and take our shots. Nope, put the glass out. Shot. Here is to Real Ass Spit Talk.
I'm faking because I drank my shit a long time ago.
Oh, God.
I was going to say that. I'm like,
nobody tell me was waiting to the end and shit.